Hello viewers, welcome to my channel, Worldwide Economic Migrants, where I share with you my experiences as an economic migrant and the experiences of others. I am Gire Makwari, that girl who used to chase spare fowls faithfully and diligently. So thank you so much for watching. For today, I'm going to explain on this Shona proverb, Chitsva Chiri Murutsoka. Chitsva Chiri Murutsoka. This is a proverb from my local language. Literally, it means new experiences are in the feet. New experiences are in the feet. We use our feet to travel, to walk. So, as we travel from country to country, from place to place, we get new experiences. We get new way of doing things. We get new opportunities. We get new ideas, which is good for our growth, the growth of our families, the growth of our societies, the growth of our nation and nations at large. So this proverb is there to promote movement. Movement. So you don't need to be such a person who was like Gire Makwari, who was always at home. She didn't want to go to even other people's homes, other people's places, so that she could learn, she could get exposed to new way of doing things. You need to get out of that comfort zone. Move, even within your community. Move within your country. And you will learn new things as you do so. Move internationally. By road, by air, by water. You just move. It is good for you. It is good for your development. So, movement did not start with us. Human beings are mobile. They move from place to place, seeking for greener pastures. It did not start with us. It started long, long back. So it's not a new thing. Don't think you are doing something weird. No. That's how human beings are. They move. They seek for greener pastures. They learn as they move from country to country. When my husband decided that he had to go to Lesotho, I said as he was there, being exposed to Lesotho, exploring Lesotho, an opportunity opens. He grabbed that opportunity. That's how he started working in Lesotho. But if you are just seated crying at that same place, you may not have that chance. But as you move, you will learn. You open your eyes, you open your ears, you get to understand new ways of doing things. You get new ideas from people, which is good for your growth and for the growth of the nation, for the growth of the whole world. Life is good. So I remember my grandfather, he went to South Africa. As he was there, he got to interact with missionaries. He became a changed man. As he came back to Zimbabwe, he began to evangelize. He was an evangelist, my grandfather. Even as they relocate and went and stay in farms after he had purchased a farm, him, the wife, and the children they had those days were the ones who started the church there. So I am saying he get to know God when he was in South Africa. That was a new experience for him. Also, as he was there in South Africa, he got to learn that you have to expand. You don't just have to live the rest of your life squashed together as relatives in that rural setup. You can even move further, buy a farm, go there far from other people, expand. So that's how he bought his farm, and he also encouraged other brothers to buy farms, and they also bought farms, in Chivu there. But he got to know of this way of living as he was in South Africa. And also, what I learned from my grandfather is, from what he learned in South Africa, he built a house in the farm which was big and very strong, and also it had also a chimney, those chimney, fireplace, yes. And that house kept my grandfather, then the generation of my father, then us as children of my father, then our children. All I can say is we are now on the 5th generation. That house is still there, very strong. I remember I used to hear that people would ask my grandmother that, my Ngongoni, why are you troubling yourself, as she was molding bricks with the children? And then she would tell them that I don't live in houses of pause. In Shona we say Zimbabwean Shona. So when people would come and say, you are troubling yourself with nothing, she would always tell them, I don't live in houses of pause. Zimbabwean Shona. So they built that house, which is very strong. Even myself, as I'm constructing, I don't want a house that has cracks. I know how to build when I'm building. The house should be strong. If you see a house developing a crack when you have not yet started staying there, it means, there was gross negligence there. Gross negligence. But I learned that from my grandfather, who learned of that in South Africa. So there is power in movement. There is power in traveling. Power in traveling. New things are in the feet. As I was traveling from country to country, I also realized that we made a mistake when we were building one of our houses. When you think, you have made it, this is good, this is the best, we realize that it is not the best. There is need for improvements. We got to learn of that, moving from place to place, seeing different structures, different buildings, As I move, whether I'm in a mall, I am wherever I am, I will be looking, opening my eyes. What did they use for this? Which type of sink did they use? Which type of toilet did they put? Which is good. And also, as we travel, we will become more courageous. Halala, we will become more courageous. There were certain things I was afraid of. I was afraid of things that were not scary. I remember when we were in Eswatini, we went to Maguga Dam, and there was boat riding. And the children would ask me, Mama, and the father, Daddy, can we do boat riding? And then I would say, no. I don't want to lose my children. I don't want. And I would even threaten my husband saying, you did not know, you did not enter in the labor ward. And when a woman have told you that you were not there in the labor room, it's better just to keep quiet. You don't have to fight. So my husband would just keep quiet, no fighting. So we could not do boat riding. We could just look at the dam, and I could see that, children really wanted to do boat riding, but the mother was afraid. So one day we went to Wendy's Lodge, when this lodge is at the edge of, I don't know how they pronounce it, Lupofane. I don't know how they pronounce it in Siswati, a dam. So there is a big dam there. So one day as we went there, there were activities like horse riding, boat riding. There are speedboats there. The ones which were at Maguga, that one, it's not a speedboat. But the ones at Wendy's Lodge, they were speedboats. And then, the children did horse riding. Me, I could not do it. I was afraid of horses because of lack of exposure. So then, the children, after that, they said they wanted to do boat riding. I said, oh, they have started again. Yes. Then I said, let us ask these ones how it is done. And then the men explained to us. And then we decided that, we should do it. But then, as I was about to leave you, I went back, I asked him again, but what if the boat capsizes? What do you do? And then that man said to me, you don't get into the waters saying, what if? You don't get into the waters with that mind of saying, what if? As he said that, I said, oh, I got it. This man knows what he's saying. You just have to go straight. No what if. So I went straight to where there were those boats. We were given those life jackets, and it was the whole family that day. Yes, the whole family. Oh, with even the little one. We put our life jackets, and me, I don't swim. I don't know how to swim. But we just entered. And we cruised. And the speed, of speedboats, it. And there was a time when you are in the middle of the dam where they do like they spin there. It is exciting. And I was not afraid when they were doing so. And you know what? We came back alive. We did not die. I said, oh, I was afraid of nothing. So you become more courageous, more courageous. I remember before this experience, talking with my friend, Sandra, there was a time we went to, a friend called Sandy. I will not tell you the same name. He went to Durban with the husband, and they were to enter a boat. I don't know if it was not a big one, but she was also afraid of that big one, which is not a speedboat. And then, when she was telling me the story, I said, so, Sandy, did you allow your husband to do that? Me, I was not going to allow him. She said, gracious, I did not allow him. I said, yo, I still need a husband. You will not do that. You will not do that. So they could not do that. But me, one day, I conquered those fears. Through exposure, the more you are exposed, those fears will go. Life is good. So, and also, you see the government giving their students funding to go and learn in other countries. Let me give an example of in Zimbabwe, the students, they go and learn in South Africa, India, all over, through government funds. Why do they do so? They know that as you learn in that new country, there is a certain way of doing things that you bring into the country, which is good for the country. Even if you do not come back, it is good for you, and it is good for that country where you are, and even your mother country. I told you of this man who was of great influence in my life, Professor Walter Kamba. He went to UK. As he was there, that's where he learned of many things, new way of doing things. And when he came back to Zimbabwe, they looked for someone who was worth taking that position of a vice chancellor. They found him worthy. And he took that position. And the university grew. That's it. It's good to be exposed to these different cultures, different countries. You open your eyes, you get new ideas, new way of doing things. When you see people doing things, there is somewhere they have seen it. So you don't have to be that Gire Makwari who is always at that one position. Even if you are a farmer, you go, you learn from other farmers. I have seen people, like in my country, some going to Israel to learn how to do irrigation, farming, animal husbandry. You go to different countries. My uncle went to different countries, you know. He specialized with animal science. He went to different countries. He came back to Zimbabwe. Even right now, he is 73, but he is still working. I remember the time he was sick, he was admitted, and then he was saying he wanted to leave that place because he wanted to go to work. And the nurses started laughing. Your father is still working. So, if you are of great influence, you find that your expertise is needed until maybe you feel that you just want to rest. No one will say retire. Even if you reach the retirement age, they will keep on needing you. What do we say it? What do we say? They will keep on conducting you. They need your service. So we need to travel. We travel globally. We move from country to country, seeking for greener pastures. Wherever there is opportunity, we grab. It is good for us, good for the world, good for our nations. That's it. So here we promote movement. We promote movement. There is power in traveling. There is great power in traveling. Use that wisely. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I think I have tried to explain. I forgot to tell you that personally, I got to know God in Eswatini. There is a friend in the Lord who used to say, her husband used to say, if you are in a kingdom and you are a foreigner and you don't know God, you will know God. If you are a foreigner, if you are in a kingdom and you are a foreigner and you don't know God, you will know God. You will know God. And me, I got to know God in Eswatini. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And those ones who have not yet subscribed, may you kindly do so. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, and thank you for watching. Share this video with others. Thank you, and thank you so much. Goodbye. New experiences are in the feet. Thank you. Love you. Bye.